কথা বলো
Sir,
এখানে মিউট করুন
no. Hello, Bhagat sir.
जी जी जी
Sir, very good afternoon and welcome.
very good afternoon sir to all the senior dignitaries and you also
अभी हम लोग स्टार्ट करेंगे सर.
जी जी जी
लेआउट चेंज করে দাও.
যে কথা বলবো
I welcome our CMD sir, Shri Sundar Banerjee. I welcome our Director Finance sir, Shri Mukesh Kumar. Today, as part of our Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we have a very special guest amongst us, Shri Shiv Kumar Bhagat, HOD HRM from Alimco, UP Kanpur. And the topic that we are going to listen to is BBJ's role in nation building. This talk will be delivered to us by our CMD sir. Actually, Shri CK Ganguly, ex-MD of BBJ, had to deliver this talk, but unfortunately, he is not well. That's why our CMD sir is delivering this talk to us. I would request CMD sir to read the message in English.
I would like to read out the message from Dr. Mahendranath Pandey, Minister of Heavy Industries, and Sri Krishnapal Gurjar, Minister of State Heavy Industries. Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of progressive India and the glorious history of its people, culture and achievements. As part of this initiative, Ministry of Heavy Industries is celebrating the Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav from 10th to 16th January 2022. Ministry of Heavy Industries is focused on developing a globally competitive, green and technology-driven manufacturing sector, including automotive and capital goods sector, which propels growth and job creation. To achieve this vision, the ministry has launched a series of initiatives, including the faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicle scheme, national program on advanced chemistry cell, battery storage, production-linked incentive scheme for automobile and auto components, scheme for enhancement of competitiveness in the Indian capital goods sector, etc. As part of the celebrations of Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav, Ministry of Heavy Industries, in association with CPSEs and autonomous bodies, has planned series of events and activities at over 40 locations across the country during the week of 10 to 16 January 2022, focusing on themes of Action 75, Achievement 75, Ideas 75, Resolve 75, and freedom struggle in areas of innovation, manufacturing, excellence, Atmanirbhar Bharat, environment and sustainability, Swachhata Bharat, Swastha Bharat, Unsung Heroes of Freedom Struggle, etc. The events include inaugurations, new product launches, technology demonstrations, technical exhibitions, seminars, webinars, expert lectures, yoga and meditation sessions, health camps, cultural programs, cleanliness drive, and competitions amongst children on freedom struggle and movements, etc. It has been emphasized to all units of ministry to follow whole of government approach and ensure people's participation, that is Jan Bhagidari, in the events and activities in the week-long celebrations. Directions have also been issued to ensure COVID-19 social distancing and hygiene protocols during the events and activities. We urge everyone to participate in the planned celebrations of Ministry of Heavy Industries from 10th to 16th January 2022 under Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Director Finance, sir, to read the message in Hindi.
Hello. Abhishek, I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay. डॉक्टर महेंद्र नाथ पांडे, भारी उद्योग मंत्री, और श्री कृष्णपाल गुज्जर, भारी उद्योग राज्य मंत्री का संदेश। आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव प्रगतिशील भारत के 75वें वर्ष का उत्सव मनाने और जनता, संस्कृति तथा देश की उपलब्धियों के गौरवशाली इतिहास को स्मरण करने की भारत सरकार की एक पहल है। इसी पहल के तहत भारी उद्योग मंत्रालय 10 से 16 जनवरी 2022 तक आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव मना रहा है। भारी उद्योग मंत्रालय ऑटोमोटिव और कैपिटल गुड्स क्षेत्र सहित विश्व स्तर पर प्रतिस्पर्धी हरित और तकनीक आधारित विनिर्माण क्षेत्र के विकास पर ध्यान केंद्रित कर रहा है, जिससे विकास और रोजगार सृजन को बढ़ावा मिलता है। इस विजन को साकार करने के लिए मंत्रालय ने भारत में इलेक्ट्रिक वाहनों का तीव्र अंगीकरण और विनिर्माण, फेम स्कीम, राष्ट्रीय उन्नत केमिस्ट्री सेल एसीसी, बैटरी भंडारण कार्यक्रम, ऑटोमोबाइल और ऑटो घटक के लिए उत्पादन संबद्ध प्रोत्साहन पीएलआई स्कीम, भारतीय कैपिटल गुड्स क्षेत्र में प्रतिस्पर्धा संवर्धन स्कीम आदि सहित कई पहले शुरू की है। भारी उद्योग मंत्रालय ने अपने सीपीएसई और स्वायत्त निकायों के सहयोग से आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव के समारोहों के लिए नवाचार, विनिर्माण उत्कृष्टता, आत्मनिर्भर भारत, पर्यावरण और वहनीयता, स्वच्छ भारत, स्वस्थ भारत, स्वतंत्रता संग्राम आदि विषयों पर ध्यान केंद्रित करते हुए 10 से 16 जनवरी 2022 के सप्ताह के दौरान देश भर में 40 से अधिक स्थानों पर एक्शन 75, अचीवमेंट 75, आइडिया 75 और रिजॉल्व 75 जैसे विषयों को केंद्र में रखते हुए कार्यक्रमों और क्रियाकलापों की श्रृंखला की योजना बनाई है। इन कार्यक्रमों में लोकार्पण, नए उत्पादों की शुरुआत, प्रौद्योगिकी प्रदर्शनियों, तकनीकी प्रदर्शनियां, सेमिनार, वेबिनार, विशेषज्ञ व्याख्यान, योग और ध्यान सत्र, स्वास्थ्य शिविर, भूले हुए स्वतंत्रता सेनानी नायकों को याद करना, स्वतंत्रता संग्राम और आंदोलनों आदि पर बच्चों के बीच सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रमों, स्वच्छता अभियानों और प्रतियोगिताओं का आयोजन करना इत्यादि शामिल है। यह सुनिश्चित करने पर जोर दिया गया है कि सप्ताह भर चलने वाले इन समारोहों का आयोजन होल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट अप्रोच से किया जाए और सभी कार्यक्रमों में जन भागीदारी हो। कार्यक्रमों के दौरान कोविड-19 के अनुरूप परस्पर सुरक्षित दूरी बनाए रखने और स्वच्छता प्रोटोकॉल सुनिश्चित करने का निर्देश भी जारी किए गए हैं। हमारा अनुरोध है कि आप सब आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव के तहत दिनांक 10 से 16 जनवरी 2022 तक भारी उद्योग मंत्रालय के इस आयोजन में अपनी सहभागिता अवश्य करें। धन्यवाद।
Sir, thank you. Now I request our CMD sir to start the talk on role of BBJ in nation building.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you, sir.
Before starting, I would like to congratulate everybody and very good wishes from BBJ, from us to everyone for the new year 2022.
Thank you.
Now, BBJ is an age-old company. It is more than 85 years old company. It was established in 1935 by three major engineering companies: Braithwaite with 40% share, Barn Standard with 30% share, and Jessup with 30% share for construction of Howrah Bridge. All you know, Howrah Bridge, that is now named as Ravindra Setu. So BBJ is basically absolutely an engineering concern and consists of mainly civil engineers. Now, in 1935, when BBJ was established, the only Indian company who was associated with the construction of Howrah Bridge, and in 1941, the entire bridge was completed by BBJ. That was the born of an engineering giant, actually. And after that, BBJ has traveled many a mile and has constructed a lot of steel bridges for railways, for road works, and other works also like buildings and other infrastructural work like jetties, marine jetties. Now, BBJ is basically an engineering firm and a civil engineering firm. The civilization starts from civil engineering. Actually, where there is no civilization, barren land, everything is barren, the civil engineer goes there, starts building the infrastructure, and after completion of that, all the pains are taken by these engineers, and after completion of that, the civilization starts there, from there. So basically, the growth of any nation depends upon the connectivity of the places for which development of infrastructure plays the most important role. And BBJ is basically in this field only, development of infrastructure. Whether it is rail infrastructure or road infrastructure or dwelling place infrastructure, but all the BBJ is involved in building all these infrastructures. Our government has emphasized on development of infrastructure through various projects. And the same has resulted in fastest ever growth of our economy, which is now absolutely visible. And by 2025, India is expected to be the third largest consumer economy and expected to surpass USA by 2040. In the Union Budget 2021, the government allocated more than 60,000 crores for roadworks and 50,000 crores for national highways. And moreover, the Indian Railways has the highest ever planned capex of rupees 2,15,000 crores in the last Union Budget. And many more to come. Many more to come. Actually, the infrastructure, the building, the development of infrastructure is the key for growth of any nation, is the key for growth of any nation. BBJ, being an engineering firm, has taken this opportunity, and from the very beginning, actually, after construction of Howrah Bridge, BBJ has developed so many new ideas, new engineering ideas in the field of construction, field of the erection of bridges. In fact, the railway bridge construction, which is the main business of BBJ, the methodology nowadays adopted by the other companies are called BBJ method. This cantilever method of erection of bridges was developed by BBJ, and it is now time tested. From the very beginning, BBJ has developed this this idea, and now all the players in the field of fabrication and erection of railway bridges are adopting this, and it is called BBJ method of erection. The tailor-made cranes, the tailor-made gadgets, everything was indigenously planned and developed by the BBJ engineers. BBJ is building the nation for the last more than 80 years through successfully implementing government initiatives by bridging the gap through construction of bridges in the most challenging situations and remote locations. As I said, when there is nobody, there is nothing, BBJ engineers used to go there, construct the bridges, and it is then open for the development of all the civilization. After construction of Howrah Bridge in 1941, BBJ has constructed numerous railway bridges. In fact, I suppose more than 75% of the railway bridges now we see are constructed by BBJ. Some of the notable bridges are like Rail-Cum Road Bridge at Mokama, Bihar, over River Ganga. Rail-Cum Road Bridge at Rajamundry, Andhra Pradesh, over River Godavari. Rail bridges at Vijayawada over River Krishna. Rail bridge at Cuttack, Odisha, over River Mahanadi. Rail bridge in Sonpur, Bihar, over River Gandak, and in Assam over Brahmaputra, the mighty Brahmaputra. The Naranaran Setu is telling the story of BBJ. Moreover, actually these railway bridges, this idea of construction of railway bridges by the methodology of cantilever erection was developed by BBJ. Not only that, I am proud to say that the first long-span cable-stayed bridge in India was constructed by BBJ, which is now called Vidyasagar Setu. It was a very new concept in India, and it was the first time this concept was adopted by the government, and the government had faith on BBJ, invited BBJ to construct it, and BBJ successfully constructed it, and now it is one of the prides of not only of West Bengal but also of the whole India. Apart from construction of these bridges and the rail and road bridges, signature buildings BBJ has also constructed. BBJ actually had one piling unit, which is now not there. That was called Frankie Pile. And those days, actually, this Frankie Pile, only BBJ used to do this Frankie Pile in India, whole India. And the piling of most of the prestigious buildings in Kolkata, tall buildings in Kolkata, RBI and other buildings were done by BBJ. And BBJ did not stop in doing these bridges only or these Frankie piles only. BBJ had its presence in marine structures also. The fishing jetties all over West Bengal, buildings, multi-storied buildings all over West Bengal had been constructed by BBJ. BBJ also ventured overseas and successfully executed projects in Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar, Iraq, and New Zealand. The neighboring countries, BBJ has constructed bridges in all the neighboring countries in and around India. Recently, a 3.6 kilometer long rail-cum road bridge has been constructed by BBJ, which is called Munger Bridge, which is at Munger, Bihar, over river Ganga, and which was inaugurated by our beloved Prime Minister in 2015. That is also an engineering marvel. More than 60,000 of metric ton of steel were used for construction of this Munger Bridge. Wherever you go, whether it is rail bridge, road bridge, you will have some sort of presence of BBJ. In Kolkata Metro, BBJ had its presence. BBJ has done a lot of substructure work for Kolkata Metro. And in Delhi Metro, BBJ has done 6 bridges for Delhi Metro in record time. As we all know, the Delhi Metro was constructed in record time, And BBJ, being a government organization, has rose to the occasion and constructed those bridges in record time. Moreover, an engineering marvel was done by BBJ for Mumbai Metro also. A bridge was constructed over the rail line, over all these HT line, without disturbing any traffic, and that is Andheri station, one of the busiest stations in the world. And BBJ constructed this bridge at Andheri station over the rail crossing and without disturbing the railway movement. And in fact, the Mumbai Metro, the officials of Mumbai Metro came to all the way to Kolkata and requested BBJ, because nobody was